All right. Well, first off, Susanna, what does it feel like to win your first Boston Marathon?
It feels honestly very incredible. It was my ninth Boston, and I love this course. And the crowd yesterday was so inspiring and energetic, despite it being cold and windy and rainy. Um, I was very moved, and also I am thankful each time I race to get to be out there. And yesterday was no different. So to come out on top, I just feel like it's an honor to get to represent um, all who've helped me get to where I am today.
And you're a huge icon, like I mentioned, here in the community. And I wonder for the Paralympic community here in Washington State, what do you hope this win means for them?
Yeah, I honestly, as I said before, it's a huge honor to represent all of the opportunities, resources, and individuals who really supported me so much to get to where I am today. So I hope that all para athletes, all of the community who support para athletics, all athletics in general, especially for youth, and newly injured individuals, I think, knowing that there is nothing you can't do, honestly, I think I've learned throughout my life that life is full of challenges, whatever they may be, no matter who you are. And just breaking down challenges into small chunks and working through those challenges is what has, helped me through everything I've gone through throughout my life. And I would love, anyone in the Northwest who feels like maybe they relate with anything that I've gone through to know that there is no real limit to what you can do. So just to keep trying and keep working towards things.
Sorry, muted. Well
That's
said. You mentioned this is your ninth Boston Marathon, so you've experienced the challenges. You never let that stop you from achieving this first place win. Kind of talk about that with me, will you? Like, I mean, gosh, you could almost taste first place in 2018, and you came back here this year. What does it feel like to finally achieve that?
Yeah, I will be perfectly honest. I approach each race the same. I always try to really kind of battle against the course itself and the day. So I will always give my best effort, regardless of the distance. And um, while that hasn't changed, it has taken me years and years to add some more speed behind that kind of attitude and plan. And really, yesterday, I think what meant the most to me was to be able to represent again my coach, my support, my family, the University of Illinois, Parasports Spokane, Tico, Washington, my graduate school advisors, all of the millions of mentors that I've had along my life have really helped me learn the lessons, keep going, keep learning more lessons, and really let everything result in such a great day yesterday for me. And that's why it's so special and so different, I think, to win.
Yeah, this is a huge accomplishment, and I understand. So you're still in Boston today. I have to ask, what's the first thing you did to celebrate? Have you had a chance to celebrate?
Um, well, so it's a little tricky. I'm actually heading a flight this evening for London to do the London Marathon on Sunday. And so it's busy after you win the Boston Marathon. I will just if anyone was thinking it may not be, it was a pretty busy day yesterday, but I mostly when I had a chance just tried to relax. I got to spend time with my former teammate Amanda McGrory, who did an amazing job commentating the race yesterday evening, and that was really special and nice to see her. And that I was really happy for that time, and it was relaxing. So I will just kind of focus on getting as relaxed as I can, staying hydrated, getting sleep, and try to be ready on Sunday for the London Marathon.
That's huge. So I mean, you're moving and grooving. There is no rest for you. You are off to the next marathon. How is that even possible? You are hungry for it.
Yeah. Well, I won't say it's easy, and I won't say that I would prefer that way. But another benefit of having done this 9 times is many of the Bostons I've done, we have had them back to back with London, just with the timing of the schedule. That's when the London Marathon occurs. And as a wheelchair racer, unlike an able-bodied runner, we don't have a lot of compact like impact on our joints when we are doing our sport. So yes, we're going all out. I'm going all out the entire race, but it's something where I can recover within that week. For the most part, enough to do another marathon. A benefit I normally have is a lot of other women are in the same boat. So we're all kind of at the same post Boston level when we get to London. Although there are a few athletes who selected only to London this year. So I think it'll be interesting to see, the freshness versus coming off of Boston. But I'm just going to
You'll
enjoy
be
it like
riding that.
always.
You'll be riding that Boston high, right? Get me
Yeah,
going.
exactly. I feel like I really feel like I've gotten my reward. And I'm going to also go into London and give it my best, but I really am really happy.
Yeah. Big question we had in the newsroom this morning is, gosh, how do you recover from the marathon? I mean, I know you mentioned rest and relaxing, but what does that look like? I mean, is there a spa day in your future or?
Uh, yeah, actually there probably will be when I get home to Champagne after London. But really it's hydrating yourself. It's getting in carbohydrates, protein, as much sleep as you can. I find it can be hard to sleep before and after a major race. So, and on an overnight flight. So I'm really hoping that I can get some decent sleep hours in. I think that's where a lot of the magic happens for recovery. But it's also, doing a little bit of pushing still. So we will push each day that we're in London in our racing chairs. Just to, get not only some more routine back in, but also get your body moving. That helps a lot. And I think your attitude helps a lot too. So just having a positive attitude. I like to do meditating. I do a lot of praying. I think there are things you can do to just help be your best self and be less stressed out.
I got to ask you, I understand at some point during the Boston Marathon, you had to pull over and fix a loose wheel. What happened?
Yeah. Yes, I was very disappointed at that point. It was at the 10 around 10K, and I started to hear something on my right side. So I looked down and I could see the axle showing on my right wheel. And so what that had meant was that it was a rough road. And so kind of the jostling can cause your wheel threads, the axle thread at least, to come a little bit off, and then it can just slowly get worse and worse. The issues with that are mainly the tire rubbing on your racing chair fender, which causes you, one, to slow down, but two, you can get a flat on that tire a lot more easily if it's rubbing. So it didn't matter to me if I had a lead or not. I wanted to change that tire, tighten that wheel on. So I carry an Allen key with me. This has happened to me in the past, not very often, but maybe once a year. So I carry an Allen key, tightened it up, and then tried to get back to a fast pace and try to hold that and see what kind of gap I could maintain.
And you had a huge gap, I understand, by a mile late in the race there. Wow.
Yeah, I did not know that. And I didn't even know that on my final sprint to the finish line. I try not to look behind me. It doesn't really change what I'm going to do. So I always expect there might be somebody going to sprint past me at the finish line. And I just was so thankful that it was only me when I came across.
When who broke the news to you that you had such a gap? I mean, what was your reaction to that?
It was after I had crossed. My coach was at the line, which was so nice. And it was someone at the finish line saying that they were a mile back. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that you just never know. And as I was racing, I was trying to have everything correct. I wanted to take every corner properly, and every downhill, every uphill that I could, take it the best I could. And I was grateful that it had come together.
Yeah, I was going to ask, I mean, what was different about this race compared to the 9 previous ones? I know you mentioned getting more speed in there and then hitting those corners. I mean, do you feel like you were maybe more familiar with the course? Did that help? I mean, what was different about this time?
I think a few things. You can never discount what experience in and of itself gives you. So I think you're probably a better person. You're better maybe athlete the ninth time than you are the first time. And so that's not just course knowledge, but knowing the course definitely helped me a lot, especially on some of the technical parts. There were some train tracks you had to cross carefully. Knowing to expect those was a huge advantage I had. But also, I think that I've pushed in a lot of conditions. So a lot of hot weather, a lot of rainy weather, a lot of cold weather. I knew based off the temperature itself, what kind of long sleeve I needed to wear because we train in Illinois where we have, sub 30, 30, 40, 50, 60, up to 80 this season. And so I kind of knew what the temperature was looking like, what I needed to wear. I have pushed in the rain really poorly, and I've worked on that since the Tokyo Paralympics. So I was happy that I felt confident with my equipment I was going to use on the race. And so it's just experience teaches you all these things. I've learned the hard way many times, and it's helped me to get to where I am.
That's incredible. That's so wonderful. I think that's all the questions I have. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? Oh, forgive me. I think you spoke with Travis Green a bit earlier this week here, or last week. We have Bloomsday coming up. Are you headed back to Spokane for Bloomsday?
I am very happy to announce I will be back to Bloomsday in a couple of weeks. So after London, I'll have a weekend off, and then I will be heading to Spokane. So I'm very excited.
It is boom, boom, boom. When is your longest break next? I gotta ask. Like you deserve a spa day or something.
I am with you there.
Yeah.
We I think have a couple weeks off of racing in June.
Okay.
So we have
Great.
world
That's coming up
championships.
quick.
Exactly. So racing every weekend between now and the middle of June, I think.
And now help me understand. You've competed in the London Marathon before, correct?
Yes. Yes.
How many times before?
It's probably about the same as Boston. I think
Oh, okay.
this should be my ninth London. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How are you feeling about it? You got a week to recover and hit the road
Yeah.
again, literally.
Yeah, exactly. I feel, physically I'm gonna try to get the sleep I need and be there on Sunday physically. It's a very different course than Boston. And I definitely have an advantage on the uphills. I think Boston was a great course for me. And London doesn't have as many uphills, it's got some more flats. So I think it'll be a really good race. I think we're gonna see a big pack of women pushing together. And I think it's going to be incredible. And I have no idea who will come across first. I think it's going to be a good race.
Well, good luck to you on the race, and even after that, we've got Bloomsday, so I'll keep an eye out for you here back in Spokane here in a couple weeks. Thank you
Awesome. Thank
so
you.
much, Susannah, for making the time. Before I let you go, is there any chance, you have my cell, is there any chance you have some photos from right after the race that you might be able to share with us? I'll be sure to
Yeah.
attribute it to you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could text those to me, we'll be running your interview tonight here on KREM. So
Okay.
I can send you the link once it comes up online here.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you and good luck and
Sounds,
congratulations, all the
thank
things.
you very much. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Take
All
care.
right. You too. Bye.
Bye.